Loyalty to one company is quietly capping your salary at 40% below market. And the wild part? Nobody sends you a memo. You just quietly fall behind while thinking you're playing it safe.
Okay, 40% is a huge number. That sounds almost fake. But I've seen this exact thing play out with people I know. So walk me through it. How does staying loyal actually cost you money?
It starts with the raise you're offered every year. Most companies budget around 3 to 5% for annual bumps. That barely keeps pace with inflation. It's not a reward, it's a maintenance fee.
Right, so your 3% raise feels good in the meeting, but the market for your exact skills might be climbing 8, 10, even 15% a year, especially in tech.
Exactly. So each year you stay, the gap between what you earn and what you're worth gets a little wider. 2 years, you barely notice. 5 years, that gap is a canyon.
And here's what makes it sneaky: the person who left and came back for the same role often earns more than the person who never left. Same desk, same job, bigger paycheck.
That's the part that breaks people's brains. When you switch companies, your new salary is based on the market rate, not your old salary plus 3%. You reset the whole equation.
So a job change is basically a negotiation reset button. Instead of asking for a raise on top of a low number, you're pricing yourself fresh against everyone else out there.
And external candidates almost always get offered more than internal ones. Companies will pay a premium to hire you away from somewhere else, but they'll nickel and dime the person already sitting there.
Which is honestly backwards, because the internal person already knows the systems, the people, the code base. You'd think they'd be worth more, not less.
You would think that. But budgets don't reward loyalty. They reward leverage. And leverage comes from having options. The moment you can walk, your price goes up.
Okay, but let's address the elephant in the room. For years the advice was, don't be a job hopper. Recruiters see 3 jobs in 5 years and they toss your resume. Is that still true?
That advice is a fossil. It was written for a different economy. Today, a 2 to 3 year stint reads as normal, even ambitious. Recruiters expect movement. It signals you're in demand.
So the thing we were told was a red flag is now almost a green one. What actually raises eyebrows now?
Weirdly, the opposite. 7, 8, 10 years in the same role with no title change can now signal stagnation. A recruiter wonders, did they stop growing? Were they scared to leave? Did nobody else want them?
Ouch. So the very tenure that used to scream reliable can now whisper stuck. That's a complete flip from what our parents were taught.
It is. But I want to be fair here, job hopping isn't automatically good either. Changing jobs every 8 months for a tiny bump is a real red flag. There's a smart version and a reckless version.
Good, because I don't want people watching this to quit tomorrow. So what's the sweet spot? Give me the actual rule.
The rule I like, stay at least 18 months so you can show real impact and finish something. But start seriously looking around the 2 to 3 year mark, before you get too comfortable.
So under a year, you look flaky. Past 4 years without a promotion, you're probably underpaid and getting stale. The healthy zone is roughly 2 to 3 years per move.
Exactly. But tenure isn't the only signal. Here's a better test than the calendar. Ask yourself 3 questions. 1. Are you still learning something new every month?
2. Is your pay keeping up with what the market would pay you today? Not what you made last year, what a stranger would offer you right now.
And 3. Is there a realistic path to your next title where you are? If it's all no, And no, the calendar doesn't matter. It's time to move.
I love that because it flips it from, how long have I been here, to, am I still growing here? Loyalty to growth, not loyalty to a logo.
And here's the thing people miss, you don't even have to leave to win. Just knowing your market rate changes how you negotiate. An offer letter in your pocket is the strongest raise request there is.
So the move isn't always quit. It's always stay employable. Keep interviewing occasionally, keep your network warm, keep a pulse on what you're worth.
Right. Update your resume even when you're happy. Take the recruiter call even when you're not looking. Information is leverage, and leverage is money.
And let's kill the guilt, because I think that's what keeps people stuck. The company would restructure your whole team on a Tuesday if the numbers said so. Your loyalty is not being matched.
That's the reframe. Loving your job and pricing yourself correctly are not enemies. You can respect your employer and still refuse to subsidize them 40% of your salary.
So to bring it home, staying isn't the safe choice we were told it was. The real risk is quietly falling behind while feeling comfortable.
Run the 3 questions. Learning, pay, and path. If any of them's dead, start looking. 2 to 3 years isn't disloyal, it's just how the modern market works now.